But how, Sway? How's he done that yet again? This dude is delivering sporting endeavour par excellence at a different rate now. Nobody but nobody, not even Red Bull, thought that Maximilian Verstappen was going to put it on pole today. The odds makers had him as putting it on pole 5% of the time. Lando Norris was a red hot odds on favourite 61% of the time. Oscar 36%, George Russell 10%. Nobody thought that that dude was going to do that. 18 to 1 are the odds that you could have got of Max Verstappen dropping it on the pole, and then he goes and does that. You know how you know this is different now? Because I was watching the timing sheet in real time. My eyes were on third and fourth. I didn't even check for the top of the timing sheet because Max Verstappen was never going to put it there. Not with that car, not in that chaotic circumstance that is the balls that are red, not with a noddy team principal doing all the things that he shouldn't be doing, not with all the bloody god tier intellectual property and personnel now having left. Mention no names: Jonathan Wheatley, Adrian Newey, Rob Marshall, Dan Fallows, all of them now gone. The car is dodgy. Don't believe me? Ask Tsunoda-san. He came in there on a blaze of glory, momentum et al. And where did he put that car? 15th. If you want to know how quick that RB21 iteration is of that Red Bull car, don't look at what Max Verstappen can do in it. Look at what the second driver is doing. Albon, Gasly, Danny Rick, Perez, now Tsunoda-san, before him Liam Lawson. This dude is different, chap. Naysayers have to take 2 seats now. It's different. The dude is cut from a different... This is Ayrton Senna, though. That's what it reminds me of. How you know is because you're just not expecting it ever. And he goes and does it again. And then when you break down the hows and the whys, you come to realise that he has less downforce on the car. He's maximising the maximal velocity through the bloody speed trap. Going through these turns, the bloody S-curves, Degner 1 and 2, taking speed just like Lando Norris in an absolute weapon of an MCL39 that excels in medium to high speed turns. Max is doing as near as makes no difference, exactly the same in a temperamental machine with zero downforce on the car. What are we doing here, chat? I just can't understand. Riddle me this, gentlemen, ladies. How, Sway? It makes no bloody sense that Max Verstappen is this good, this consistently. And worse, if we're talking about the hows and doing our due diligence, it's not like he was purple in any one of those sectors. That was the remit of Lando and Oscar. Why? Because they had the bloody quickest car. This is Suzuka. McLaren are meant to be god tier around here to the tune of 2 or 3 tenths on the other 18 on the grid. So then how does Maximilian Verstappen get it done? Of course, it's because the dude makes as near as makes no difference 0 bloody mistakes. Theoretical best lap time if you combine best sector 1, 2 and 3. Lando Norris has the whip hand, then Oscar Piastri. What it is though is that Maximilian Verstappen maximises for his opportunity. His hypothetical best lap is the best lap that he executed for in Q3. This makes no sense, chap. I don't understand how he's doing it. And again, look, let's address the elephant in the room. All of those bods, the Max Verstappen, they say, oh, he's got the quickest car. If he didn't have the RB19, he couldn't do it. Oh, he's an Adrian Newey match. Well, how about now? We spoke about this in the stream. This is why I like the fact that Max doesn't have the quickest. I get that he wants to destroy the field to the tune of 30 to 60 seconds each and every single time. Because in Max Verstappen's head, that's how much better he is than the other 90. And who am I to argue at this point? However, as a watcher, as a serial ingester of god tier sporting endeavour par excellence, I'm invested in seeing Max Verstappen in the slowest car, in a car that can't compete with ostensibly the quicker McLarens in the hand of Lando in particular. And then, because of that, not despite it, Max Verstappen still goes and does what he does. pole position, lap record 126.983. What are we talking about here, chat? I don't even understand it, nor can I compute this level of excellence that Max Verstappen now embodies. Stop glazing him, they'll say, Cameron. Oh, get a room, Cameron. Why you was talking about Max Verstappen? That's why. It was Brazil 2016. Most recently, it was Brazil 2024. Suzuka a couple of years ago, round the outside of Charles Leclerc. Wet race, fuel tank of fuel. It was all those instances. And again, he's making them more frequently now. More frequently than infrequently. And this is what's so scary for the other 19 on the grid. And then he goes and does that. Pole, nobody expected it. I'm watching it and my body is full of goosebumps. It makes no sense. Christian Horner, GP, come over the radio at the end and just said, that's insane, mate. Mouse aghast, wide open, making this dude, let me tell you what this dude is doing. He's making believers out of the skeptics. You can't, at this point, this dude's performance is metronomic. I make no apology for waxing lyrical about this dude. Ted Kravitz just said in the notebook, nobody bloody expected that. I do like Nicky Lauda to Max Verstappen and doff my cap. And Ted Kravitz has never been shy about talking bad and slandering Maximilian Verstappen. I say all that to say this. Again, I will reiterate for the avoidance of doubt that Max Verstappen is making believers out of skeptics, naysayers. Can you see them, chat, running for the hills? How can you still reject the excellence that is Max Verstappen and not embrace the obvious label that is to be an abbot of unreason? How can you continue to disbelieve the evidence of your own eyes and ears, chat? Orwellian settings? That dude is at a different level. Listen, I hope he goes and wins tomorrow, you know. I hope he puts the cherry on top of the cake. But if he doesn't, let's imagine he podiums again, because he's brilliant at Suzuka. I should have known. 18-1, whatever. I should have known, because if he finishes, historically, he podiums. 4 pole positions on the bounce now. 3 wins on the bounce at Suzuka, because the track is God tier and facilitates the God tiered ones to be their best. Listen, all points and all qualifying race sessions aren't created equally, but some are created more equal than others. This was one of the God tieriest ones. Please see Ayrton Senna 1988 Monaco. That type of thing is what we're talking about now. I just didn't expect it, and as not an insider on the F1 paddock or a God tier F1 aficionado who did, he doesn't have the car, chat. RB21 in the hands of Sonoda-san, mere mortals, 15th, didn't even get through to bloody Q3. That tells you all you need to know. I say all of that to say this. Max Verstappen, naysayers, need to take 2 seats. This dude is going to keep doing this, and he makes F1 a better bloody place for it. This is sporting endeavour par excellence. I would contend that as at the 5th of the 4th, 2025, Max Verstappen dropping it on pole, Suzuka Grand Prix, the 3rd race of the season, is proof positive of that fact. A rising tide floats all F1 boats, and Max Verstappen is nothing if not that today. Doff your cap, Ted Kravitz. Listen, are you not entertained, F1 fan base, at the excellence that Max Verstappen is making a habit out of doing? He makes the impossible at the moment seem routine. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen?